Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Pooja Rathod. I am born and brought up in Gwalior. I have done my graduation in BDS from Sri Aurobindo Institute of Medical Sciences, Indore, and I have experience of teaching zoology to NEET students for almost 2 years during my graduation period. And here I am representing myself for the demo lecture on the topic gametogenesis. So the topic is gametogenesis, and we will discuss the index first. So I will start from introduction. Then in this lecture, and we know that gametogenesis occurs by two processes, which is spermatogenesis in case of males and oogenesis in case of females. So in this lecture, we will discuss spermatogenesis. First, I will discuss some basics about cell division and also ploidy number. Then we will discuss see the process of spermatogenesis through the help of flowchart, and we will also discuss some diagrams which are given in NCERT. So I will start from the introduction. So what is gametogenesis? So you can see that it is made up of two words, gametogenesis, gametes, and genesis means formation or generation. So formation of gametes is known as gametogenesis. So it is done by primary sex organs, which are testes in case of males and ovaries in case of females. Testes produce sperms and the process is known as spermatogenesis, and ovaries produce ovum and the process is known as oogenesis. So in this lecture we will discuss about spermatogenesis. So what is spermatogenesis? The process of formation of fully mature sperms in these testes is known as spermatogenesis. So before studying spermatogenesis, we should know some basic difference in the mitotic division and meiotic division. So you know that mitotic and yes, 2n represent diploid cell and chromosome number will be 46 here, and in haploid this n represent haploid cell and chromosome number will be 23 here. So in mitotic division, you all know that it's a equational division, which means that if the chromosome number are 2n, suppose if the ploidy or chromosome number are 46 and ploidy number is 2n in the parental chromosome, so even after the mitotic division, the ploidy remain will same, because it's a equational division and chromosome number will also remain same. So this is about mitotic division, which you should remember this point. And meiotic division, it occurs in two phases. First is meiosis 1 and second is meiosis 2. So meiosis 1 is a reductional division, which means that if in the parental chromosome ploidy is 2n, so in the daughter chromosome ploidy will remain half and chromosome number will remain half. So because it's a reductional division. So and then in meiosis 2, then it get completed after the completion of meiosis 2, and meiosis 2 is same as mitotic division. So it's a equational division and there will be no change either in the ploidy number or in the chromosome number. So these basic difference you should know about the mitotic division and meiotic division. Now we will discuss the spermatogenesis, which is our main topic, through the help of flowchart. So spermatogenesis. So this is a spermatogonia cell or male germ cell. It is a diploid cell. So it undergo mitotic differentiation. I am saying here, first it undergo mitotic division and it get increase in number. Then it undergo mitotic differentiation and get increase in size. There is mitotic differentiation and it get increase in size and form a cell which is known as primary spermatocyte. Then this primary spermatocyte will undergo first meiotic division. We know that it's a reductional division. It's a meiosis. There is a meiosis 1 and we know that it's a reductional division. So it will produce two equal haploid cells and these cells are known as secondary spermatocytes. Now the secondary spermatocyte will undergo second meiotic division or meiosis 2, and you know that it's an equational division, and they will form 4 equal haploid cells. These are known as spermatids. Now these spermatids will undergo differentiation through the process known as spermiogenesis, and they will form sperms or spermatozoa. After spermiogenesis, these are spermatozoa or sperms. So this is the whole spermatogenesis. So let's discuss the number of chromosomes. So here number of chromosome, you know that it's represent diploid cell. Number of chromosome will be 46. Here also number of chromosome will be 46. Here number of chromosome will remain half because there was a meiosis 1. Here also number of chromosome will remain same because meiosis 2 is a equational division. Then in sperm also, here these are also haploid cells because there is only differentiation and no division after the spermatid formation. So number of chromosome in sperms is also 23. Now I'll give you a trick to remember all these terms. You can see that all these terms, there is spermatogonia, spermatocytes, spermatids and spermatozoa or sperms. The first word is same, sperm, which is sperm. So you only need to remember these second words. So there is a trick. In Goa City Zoo. So here Goa represents gonia. You can remember it's spermatogonia. C represents sites, primary spermatocyte and secondary spermatocyte. T represents spermatids because there is T, and zoo represents spermatozoa, and sperm is going to the final product of the process of spermatogenesis. Now talk about the these divisions. So you know that mitotic division, it's an equational division. So there was a mitotic division. So you know that mitotic division is an equational division. So there will be no change in the ploidy, and even in mitotic differentiation there will be no change in the ploidy number and it will remain same, and chromosome number will also remain same. Now there is a primary spermatocyte and I have written it as a 1 degree spermatocyte. So in 1 degree spermatocyte or primary spermatocyte there will be meiosis 1, and in 2 degree spermatocyte or secondary spermatocyte there will be meiosis 2. So there will be no confusion between the meiosis 1 and meiosis 2 because you can remember that in 1 degree there is happening meiosis 1, and in 2 degree meiosis there is happening meiosis 2. You know that meiosis 1 is a reductional division, so ploidy remain half of its parental chromosome, and you know that meiosis 2 is a equational division, so ploidy remains same of its parental chromosome. Then after meiosis 2 there is a no division occur, only differentiation happened, and in differentiation you know there will be no change either in the ploidy number or in the chromosome number. So in the sperm chromosome number will remain same and it's a diploid cell. And if you know the diploid number, you can write the chromosome number by yourself in humans. So this is all about spermatogenesis, and let us discuss the diagrams which are given in NCERT. So this is the diagram of given in NCERT of seminiferous tubules. So this is my spermatogonia cells. They will undergo mitotic differentiation and they will form primary spermatocyte, and these primary spermatocyte will undergo first meiotic division and they will form secondary spermatocyte. Then the secondary spermatocyte will undergo second meiotic division and they will form spermatids. These spermatids will undergo differentiation through the process of spermiogenesis and will form spermatozoa. These spermatozoa will their head will get embedded inside the Sertoli cells to draw nutrition, and they will get released from the seminiferous tubules through the process of spermiation. Then this is the second diagram which is given in NCERT of of spermatogenesis. So this part we will discuss when we are done with oogenesis. So we will discuss only this part. So at puberty, spermatogonia cells or male germ cells undergo mitotic differentiation and they get increase in size and form primary spermatocyte. These primary spermatocyte will undergo first meiotic division and they form secondary spermatocytes. These secondary spermatocyte will undergo second meiotic division to form spermatids.
and these spermatids will undergo differentiated by the process of spermiogenesis and will form spermatozoa. So, and these are chromosome number which are also you can see here. So this is all about spermatogenesis. And now
I would like to give you a quick recap about the lecture. So I started from the introduction where we discussed what is gametogenesis. So the formation of gametes is known as gametogenesis. Formation of gametes occur by primary sex organs, which are testes in case of males and ovaries in case of females. Testes produce sperms and the process is known as spermatogenesis. Ovaries produce ovum and the process is known as oogenesis. In this particular lecture, we discussed about spermatogenesis. Then we discussed the basic difference between the mitotic division and meiotic division, and we also discussed ploidy number, where we see what is ploidy in diploid cell and the haploid cell, and also we discussed the chromosome number. Then we discussed the spermatogenesis through the help of a flow chart, and we also discussed a trick to remember all these terms, all these divisions, ploidy number and the chromosome number by this single chart. So this is all about spermatogenesis, and next topic is going to be oogenesis. Thank you so much.